So, let's get this going.
Go for it.
Last time, you were sent out to try and find a transmission hub by the Prejudicium, because the information Miss Murphy brought back in stolen hard drives did manage to find a rough location for one. Of course, then Omega and Avery were able to find it fairly quickly when they found a patch of ground they couldn't go through. Which I don't think anyone needs to be reminded is not normal behavior for ghosts and something that can... Omega cheats the laws of physics, let's just put it that way.
Ghosts
Cheating.
and other forms of electromagnetic wavelengths.
Yes.
The laws of physics are my bitch.
Mm-hmm. So all the other three got some lunch because they hadn't had anything to eat in a while. Avery was able to find a building that seemed to be connected to it. And after some acting for the cameras, Constance, Miss Murphy, Mr. Smith, and Omega had gone down to the basement and pulled that pipe. Of course, Mr. Smith then was left behind as the other three were teleported ahead to an unknown location.
To lay some pipe.
Of course. At which point, he went back upstairs to tell Secretary about what had gone on, show him/her the pipe, and then was told to wait outside for things to happen. He may or may not have come back in bored, but he was told to go outside, tell Roberts, which he did, and now he's simply stuck waiting. Because it's been a bit, I'm going to remind people of things, such as, for example, Constance.
What?
You are currently wearing a suit that can change your appearance.
What?
Just, reminder. Your current mission goal is to get into this transmission hub, steal all pieces of information that you possibly can, and preferably not be too obvious that you've done so. As you could put it out of commission without being seen, that'd be great. Otherwise, just don't make everything explode again, please. Is the general gist of what Roberts is going for here.
So what I'm hearing is I should make everything explode.
Multiple times.
Only if you want to be yelled at.
You can make things explode, but only in the general area of your pants.
Lol.
Well, that's always happening whenever I'm on voice chat.
Oh god. And of course, soon after they arrived, after teleporting, Constance was the first to note that the room they were in looks identical to the boiler room basement of that office building, but only because someone made it that way. It looks identical to basically everyone but her. Yeah, you'll need to wash your hands.
I don't.
I don't know, usually when you're done you should.
Nope.
Okay.
Want to shake my hand now?
I'm more scared for your keyboard.
He just licks them clean.
Ew.
That's what I have cats for.
I'm gonna launch you all out the nearest airlock. Now do things.
Yes, now. 3 of you are in a basement. 2 of you are in a lobby of an office building. Hopefully I don't have to tell you which is which.
I don't think any of us are a witch.
Avery could possess a witch.
I don't know. I think the Puritans would have drowned any of us.
They would have needed a very big lake.
So, going first to the 3 in the basement. You're in a boiler room. The only real significant factor in the room is that pipe you pulled on to get here and the staircase leading up to a door. It is a large wooden door.
I can see through doors. What's on the other side of the door?
One moment.
There is that, yeah.
Isn't it just you can see through everything?
Yep.
You're not going to be able to see through everything here. I can tell you that much. But you will be able to see through the door.
I can also see individual atoms. Not that
Well,
that's
everyone can do
actually
that.
useful
Adam is
yet.
kind of a big guy. But
I watch Adam Savage quite often.
Everyone should have been pulled to the map.
I'm in a big purple, so yeah. Oh, alright, I'm now here.
Actually, probably better to have that view. Yes. Avery will be here at some point, most likely.
Well, pals, there's an assault agent right across the door, so we probably shouldn't be opening it.
Yes, what little you can see is, well, very metal flooring, very metal ceiling, very metal walls. It's not exactly, high fashion in there.
Bookshelf?
No, that is not a bookshelf. That is, in fact, what looks like a large garage door type implement. It's hard to say from this angle, but it's made of some kind of heavy metal, harder than what's on the floor, the walls. It does look like it moves, though. It has hinges that would roll it upwards. But actually, across from you, this door here is glass, as are these two. So you will be able to see in a little bit. One moment. There you go.
So what's that thing?
It's a contraption. It's...
I will roll
Basic-
a tech roll.
Okay, sure. Roll a tech roll.
Just let me double check what my tech is. It is 10. Okay.
Okay. Well, it's clearly taking in energy and transmitting. That's about as much as you could tell from this distance. If it's transmitting energy or something else, you're not sure, and you don't know where.
Okay, I will relate to the other people here that yeah, right in through that door is an assault agent and also some sort of transmitter.
Since Omega doesn't have to be at the door to look through it, is anyone else going to look through the keyhole of the door?
Well, yeah, I'll try.
And you get jabbed in the eye with a drill.
I'm assuming the keyhole is on that side? Or is that...
It's by the handle.
I wasn't sure if that was the handle or the hinge. Do you want me to roll, or are you rolling secretly, or...?
Well, are you not taking your...
Oh, if I can do that, then I'll just do that.
You can definitely see the same things. Can you see anything else? No, the angle from the keyhole is too small. You can get a better view of, the room in general, in that it seems to have high ceilings, and there's definitely more to this room out here than you can currently see.
Okay. Well, I have nothing to refute those other claims. I don't really know how to proceed from here.
Also, that assault agent, from where you're standing, he looks very bored. He's not standing at attention. He has his weapon out, but it's hanging by his side, and he's just absently looking off to the left at something.
Yeah, but the human eye is very good at detecting motion, so the moment we open this door, we need to be ready to take him out.
Also, Kaylee has run off.
It's a really big room.
Kaylee.
You know what? I'm invisible right now, so I'm going to go in and look around. I'll scout out the place.
Okay.
See if anything bad happens the second I go in.
Well, you start to hear a high-pitched whining.
Sorry, that's me.
Not like that.
Really, Kaylee? I'm trying to work.
You'll get some view in here. Not enough to actually see anything, but you still do.
So, high-pitched whining is audible to all of us?
Yes.
And it only started when Omega went inside?
Yes, Omega, back up. You try to go through the door and touch it.
Oh, that's not normal.
No, it is not. You will get a fairly decent view of that room right now.
It's full of Ginzu knives. Oh, that's a chair. Okay.
From this angle, it could be a rake.
Could be a rake.
I'm gonna go with a rake.
We found the lawn management department.
Oh, Ian, they need you.
I have a lawn.
God damn it. Let's just not get to this. Avery,
Yes.
you are currently a secretary.
Yes.
Congratulations, you have a job. At this point, most employees have filed out of the building.
Why is there no bell at the end of every line? It's all the fun out of it.
That's what you were doing. God damn it. Like I said, at this point, most employees have filed out of the building.
Okay. Is Smith still in line of sight out the front window or anything?
Depends. Mr. Smith, are you standing outside the front window?
I thought I was inside, but you might have shooed me out at this point. I can't remember.
No, I had shooed you out to go contact Roberts. I don't know if you maybe wanted to come back.
Well, I just stand outside if he'd chewed me out, so I'm standing down the street, looking in. You're a forlorn puppy.
Very inconspicuous.
Sure, let's pretend I am.
Yeah, I don't think everyone is going to pretend that you're inconspicuous.
But it's fun.
Well, if you're going to be making more work for the window cleaners,
I'm just staring, the hell.
you said like a forlorn puppy. That means tongue and forehead against the window.
Okay. Maybe not that extreme.
Yes. Well, if you continue to just stand there, I'll guess you're either go or come in. Pick one.
I was told to stand out here, so I'm standing out here. What do you want from me?
I get up, go to the door. Can I help you, sir?
Yeah. I was going to wait inside, and he told me to shoo, and I'm going to wait outside.
I look quickly conspiratorially around to make sure that there isn't anyone immediately paying attention to us. And what did Roberts say?
What did Robert say? It's been a while.
Yes, it has been a while. Roberts mostly just said that your options are to either find a way in yourself, mainly by the others finding a place where Fourchette can bring you in, or you can wait up here and take care of any reinforcements should they happen to come.
Stay put and deal with any incoming problems from above. Find a way in our way using the forks technique.
I'm fairly sure that's not her name, but okay. Well, if you're going to keep watch for reinforcements, how tall is this building?
10 stories?
Is it surrounded by taller buildings?
No. The other buildings are either the same height or shorter.
Well, either get a newspaper and wait on the far side of the street, or find out if this place has a helipad that you need to be watching.
How would... Oh, right. Can do. And I sort of march off towards the nearest alleyway.
Okie dokie.
I return to my to my desk and give a bit of a margin of time before I'm so that I'm sure there's no one going to be asking uncomfortable questions about me wandering around the building.
Okay. Then for now, Miss Murphy. Somehow I doubt that is your reaction.
Well, she's still doing the high-pitched whine.
Damn it, you're not the one doing the high-pitched whine. So, pretty clear that you could sense the gravitational anomaly that is the Prejudicium building ahead of you. But there's also something else. There's just a slight, strange blip ahead of you and to the left on the map.
Oh, good. That's a good roll to figure out what that is.
Yeah,
Be
from this
right back.
from this distance, you can't be sure. You just know it's some kind of change in the structure of the building. You'd have to actually get closer to wherever it is to get more out of it.
In the left side?
Yes. So over here in this area.
Oh, that's just me.
No, you are a known gravitational anomaly. In any case, Omega, you tried to pass through a door, and you couldn't. Will you move down to see through the door fully?
Sure.
There is a man, perusing a bookshelf.
Anything over here I can see better from here?
Yes, there would be. You can see most of that room now.
I'll try to go through this door.
Same result.
Feel the wall.
Yep, solid. Should not be solid, but it is. Okay.
Go down to here and put my head around the corner. Then I'm going to go back and tell them what I'm seeing.
You gotta just poke your head around the corner? Okay. Also, that high-pitched whining is getting louder. Please roll me a tech roll while I reveal some fog.
Natural one, woo.
So that whining has been getting louder every time you get closer to it. You don't know what it signifies after rolling a 1, but you do know it's been getting louder whenever you move closer. You don't know that's because of you or if anyone would do it, but that's what's been happening. And the whining goes down again.
Hey, pals.
So, I'm guessing they have some kind of proximity alarm.
Whenever they have a machine that goes ping when I move closer to it, yeah.
Where was it located?
Over there, I point.
Is that roughly where she can triangulate that feeling at?
Give me another perception, now that you've been given a direction.
That's a better one.
That's actually a bit too far ahead of you.
Huh. That's weird. So somewhere between us and that thing is something weird.
There's also 2 rakes and a desk in the room right there.
They're chairs.
How many
2
guards
old
did you
rakes
see?
that have been repurposed as chairs and a desk in this room over here.
Constance had a question.
How many guards did you see?
I saw two heavily armed guys and 2 doofy-looking clone men. I assume they're not actually clones and just scientists who look similar, but I didn't look that close at them.
I am back.
Do you think I could get in there if I donned a disguise?
Maybe. Can you look like an old white dude? Because that seems to fit in pretty fine in there.
Can you give me an idea of what they were wearing? I'm guessing lab coats.
No lab coats, actually. Just slacks, button-up shirt, tie.
Okay. Do you want me to roll a disguise?
Give me your better of disguise or tech. Which one is that, for the record?
That's disguise.
Congratulations, you look like an old white dude now.
Okay.
What's the difference?
Call.
4.
Harsh.
That was mean.
So I will motion for Omega and Kaylee to back up away from the door. That way they don't get to see when I open it.
Well, I'm invisible.
Right.
Not that far.
The room's huge.
I'm actually going to shadow Constance invisibly.
Sure. Opening the door then, Constance?
Mm-hmm.
She's not the most combat capable. If things go down, I'm going to help out.
That door opens weird.
Yes. As you open the door, the guard down here does turn to look in your direction. He raises his weapon for a moment, sees you, and then puts down again, and waves slightly.
I'll return the same kind of wave.
Goes back to looking to the left.
Any labels or anything on these doors?
Nope.
That's not OSHA compliant, probably.
Of the many things that they could and could not be sued or damages for, I don't think labels is like the one they're gonna get nipped on.
Question.
Yes?
Does this door close on its own?
No.
Okay.
As you are approaching, Constance and Omega, that whining from the machine to your left is getting louder.
Yeah.
Look at the map.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go back and close the door first.
Oh, okay.
Because if it was closed when we came in, probably should stay closed.
Miss Murphy, are you going to tell Constance not to do that as she gets close to the door again?
I'm gonna glare at her.
And I'll change my mind.
Okay. Now, I believe someone tried to say something, but Skull had talked over them.
Huh?
Did I? I didn't hear anyone.
Well, of course you did.
Shut up.
So, Sherlock Vision, what do I know from the looking around and seeing stuff?
Well, this room is frightfully bare. The only thing that's really meaningful about it is the door leading down here, which you still can't see very much of the room beyond yet. This machine here, which is pointing at a metal wall and making the wall glow slightly with what's going on there. And all of these 3 sliding open doors. They aren't open at the moment. Hey.
It's frightfully bare.
Probably not going to work, but I'm going to attempt a technology check.
Sure. Omega, you can also try one, because you haven't actually rolled on this thing yet. Okay. Constance, you're not going to get much, unfortunately. It's projecting some kind of energy that's hitting the wall, is doing something, you're not sure what. But, Omega, since you are aware that you can't go through walls in here for some reason, it's probably what's doing that.
Smash it. For science.
It's also still
might
whining
notice.
louder.
That's still me.
I mean, how would we even begin to steal this?
It's not a pipe organ made of gold. We're not gonna steal it.
You didn't even manage to steal that. You managed to steal a lot of shit all.
Okay, pausing for a second. Miss Murphy, what are you going to do?
She's currently peeking through the door. At least
Okay.
the side of the door.
Sure.
What can she see if she looks up and down, assuming, she's looking in 3 dimensions and not just straight ahead?
Mm-hmm. Well, the ceilings are just the same exact metal as the floor.
Are they 5 feet off the ground?
About 15.
Okay. How well lit is the ceiling?
Not very. The room is actually ground lit.
Well, screw that then. Whee!
Flying you go.
I'm gonna get to the ceiling.
Congratulations, you are on the ceiling. Would you like to roll stealth?
Not quite cool enough to actually just walk on the ceiling as if it's ground.
But you're hovering next to it.
I'm gonna whisper in Constance's ear. Hey, Constance, is this whole floor just one plate?
I don't know.
It is not. It is all welded together.
No.
Constance can see that.
Okay.
That's why I asked her if she can see stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So,
'Cause I'm thinking of electrifying the floor.
Not until I'm out of here. But also,
Hey, Constance, jump!
that could have some serious consequences, so
Also-
let's not do that.
Also, you might want to have a cell phone or something, because they can't see me.
Mm.
You're
Pausing.
talking to yourself right now.
Pause you for a moment. And heading back upstairs. Mr. Smith. You have been told that you should check if there's a helipad. How are you going to do that?
I'm going to go into an alleyway where there's not a whole lot of people and promptly walk up the goddamn wall.
Okay then. Are you going to try and be stealthy at all as you walk up the wall of a building in broad daylight?
I'm in an alleyway. That's the closest I can be to stealthy.
Fair. Maybe some kid will see you and eventually grow up to become the next Spider-Man.
I'm hoping so.
Or just think he's high as hell.
Or
I
both.
suppose. Yeah.
Spider-Man.
In truth, it's less walking, more short hop, grab, short hop, grab, short hop, grab, but it works.
What is Donald Trump at a backstage area? Short hop, grab, short hop. Yeah.
Ball.
Only if it's Miss Teen Universe.
Ball.
That's too old for him, I think.
Zing. Alright, so I made it to the top, presumably without issue.
Yes, you do.
Is there a
And there is a
helipad?
helipad.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna kind of stand on the edge of where the helipad and the building are and just both watch the ground and occasionally check the air. Kind of sitting there, feet dangling over, not giving a shit.
Notably, no of the buildings around you have a helipad.
Fair enough. Good. So just this one. Good to know. Like I said, I'm just gonna keep my eyes open if there's any helipads or large conga lines of armored trucks, or giant robots, or...
Right. Avery.
Mhm.
It's been a bit. Are you going to do anything?
I will. I haven't seen anybody go past me on their way to the exit in the past, say, 5 minutes.
Yeah, about that time.
Okay. I will sign out on my computer, tidy away my any paper, make my station look abandoned properly, and then I will head back to the office with the secret stairwell in it.
Well, the stairwell isn't secret.
Oh,
Secret teleporting pipeline.
Yes, the basement is an actual boiler room.
oh, right.
There just happens to be a pipe.
Making sure to close all doors behind me so that it doesn't look like anyone's gone through.
Mm-hmm.
And down into the boiler room.
I assume to pull on the pipe that you had been pointed towards. Yes.
Despite all snickering involved, yes, I shall investigate and eventually give a good tug to said pipe.
She got a promotion.
What?
For pulling on the pipe.
Ah, God. Okay,
Not even that, she just didn't get fired.
perception from
Oh.
Omega and Miss Murphy. I'm using Constance's auto perception.
Hmm.
Because this is going to go terribly. What with the open door?
Right, everyone, because nobody has turned out to be blind to this day, spots the brief flash of light that is the teleporter turning on.
Oh crap.
Avery, you are now in that room again, except the door at the top is open now, which is an immediate giveaway that you are not in the same room.
I'll hold up a hand and just motion to the guards that I'll check it out.
The guard shrugs at you.
Do I actually have line of sight to that one guard, or?
You do not. You are below a flight of stairs at the moment.
I'm gonna float up
Right,
onto the
right.
ceiling and start walking around on it too.
Okie dokie. So, Avery, you see a middle-aged white guy walk through the doorway up there. Constance, you see a secretary lady.
We don't know that it's the other, right?
No, you should... Constance should know that that is Avery with what happened to get you in here, but Avery does not know that is Constance.
Okay, so if I know that that's Avery, then I'll motion that it's okay and just for her to be quiet.
Thumbs up, finger to lips.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
And, whisper catch Avery up.
You can share some information fairly quickly, yes. Oh god, no. So, Omega. That thing did get quieter slightly as you went to the ceiling.
How high do all these walls go?
They are floor to ceiling.
Okay.
The doors are slightly bigger than usual. They don't go all the way to the ceiling, of course, but they are like 10 feet tall.
Do.
Notably, the whining does not increase as Ms. Murphy gets closer.
Well, let's hope none of the guards look up.
They're humans. Humans tend to not.
We have a bad habit of not looking up here.
Mm-hmm.
They're also wearing helmets, which can make it more difficult.
Yeah, they probably even can't look fully straight up.
So, if she moves, like, above this?
Yes?
You said it wasn't getting louder.
It was not getting louder, and it is still not getting louder.
That's weird.
Maybe you have to be in contact with something directly? Are you, like, rubbing yourself against the ceiling, or...?
Is Kaylee wearing a communication device?
Yes?
Okay, I'm gonna contact her through it.
Okie
That thing seems to be knocking out stopping some of my powers from working. We're gonna need to take it offline somehow.
Tyrant chimes in. I could just smash it.
We're trying to be subtle here.
Kaylee just gonna kind of shrug and put her finger to her lips because she can't talk.
She is directly above some people.
I know you can't talk. I'm just telling you.
Well, if you're not going to smash it, anyone familiar with... What is this object?
We don't know.
It's a thing.
So it's a thing. It's an unknowable thing. Fine.
Kaylee rolled some tech and rolled a 9. No idea.
Is it...
Omega is aware that this is most likely the thing stopping her from going through walls, and that's about it.
If it's made of metal, I'm going to assume it's some computer-esque thing, so... Do any of us know? Oh.
Omega mentioned a desk in another room. Was there a computer terminal on it or something?
There was, and even Constance would have seen that going by if she looked into the room.
Yeah, she would have. Okay. Was there any obvious entry mechanism or...
To the room?
Mm-hmm.
Both of these are doors.
They're not like... There's no keypad or anything?
No, they're just doors.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna tell Avery, I'm not sure if his current identity has, clearance to be here. You haven't been seen yet, so maybe just go back, and that way, we don't cause any problems. How does Avery respond to that?
Just takes it in.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go now.
Miss Murphy, with your new perception from a new location, you can be fairly sure that the anomaly you're detecting is somewhere in this room.
So I should just break down the wall and check it out.
Nope. That's the room I'm going to first, because it's the one with the desk in it.
There is a single man in there.
He's looking for
He's not gay, is he? I don't know if I can help him.
Are you opening the door?
Yeah.
Okay. He will turn and look in your direction. Yes? Did you need something?
Of course he's German, because of course he is.
They wanted me to check on the computer.
Why? For what reason?
Not sure. Someone was getting an error message upstairs, I think.
Just while the door's open, I'm gonna creep into that room.
Yeah, Odin, roll a deception. Also debating something, but no.
Masterfully.
He just sort of frowns. What do you mean by upstairs?
Well, not literally, I mean, the higher ranks. Someone was getting an error message from another terminal, and the code told them to go here.
Well, then just tell me what it is, and I can check it.
Crap.
Walk over and touch him.
Yep, I'm gonna walk over. So... It's, we're not in combat time, but using something that is the equivalent of a standard action would give him a chance to react, right?
Sure.
So if I spend a hero point, I can do a standard action and have him not react?
You can do that, or you can just try to touch him, yeah.
Well, it's because I want...
I will say that at this time, he is sitting down at the computer and, well, he's getting things set up, because he had it in sleep mode while he was perusing the bookshelf.
I'll take a chance that he's distracted, go behind him, and then activate my power, and then go and try to, do something with him.
Well, come on, what was the code? He has not noticed that you have activated your freaky ghost arms.
I'm just trying to see which one would be the, best option here.
I mean, if you have a mind bleach power, that'd be useful.
My options are mind reading, telepathy, a kind of like mental shock, a damage effect, or a mind control effect.
Also, as an aside, remember that you can always power stunt.
Right.
The mind control sounds pretty good, though. I mean, that does kind of...
That's what I was going to go for.
I say aces. But
Actually, just a clarification. I was given a communication device at some point, right?
Yes.
yes,
Okay,
everyone except Avery has one because Avery is a ghost.
Oh, yeah, I subsumed it into my form. Okay, I was wondering because I remembered I could do that, but it's not on my sheet. So
You were not let out of the hideout without being given a communication device.
Freaky ghost arms, go.
Doing what exactly?
The mind control one.
Bustin'.
Right, so... is this just an affliction, basically, mechanically?
Yep, versus will.
That is the better of his stats. What's your rank?
11.
You have succeeded.
Okay. By how many degrees?
Full.
All the degrees.
Alright, so that means he's compelled? Because I forget how this power thing works.
It's your power.
Well, most powers of this type have what are 3 stages. There's stage 1, where you've just basically succeeded. Stage 2 is when you succeeded by 5 or more, and then there's stage 3 when you succeed by 10 or more.
Yeah, that's...
We're presuming you succeeded by 10 or more, so the third most powerful stage.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. It's 10 or more?
It's controlled at the 3 degrees.
Yeah, she doesn't go as far as controlled, she only goes as far as compelled.
Okay.
And it is compiled.
But yes, so, now that he's compelled, So here's a question: how long is he compelled for?
I think until he makes the
Well-
save. Because he gets a save at the end of each of the turns you've been compelling him, I
Yes, he
believe.
gets a resistance check at the end of each of his turn to remove first and second degree conditions. That's the benefit of going to a third one, because then they actually can't get rid of it themselves and need outside aid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she couldn't afford that though. That's why I didn't do it. Because what I could do now is like try to mind read him to get more information out. It's just that he might snap out of it.
Okay.
So while I still have him there, I'll motion to Omega if she wants to help me knock him out or something.
Okay, let me see what the best way I have to do that is. Most of the stuff I have just does damage.
I know, but damage that you have to go out of your way to thing. And there's always like power stunting.
Well, I was gonna power stunt to get rid of the thing that's stopping me from using some of my powers, so I can't really use it for that.
Could we power stunt to put a ghost inside him?
Ew.
We do have a ghost on hand.
There's that too.
My choices are. Well, right now you have him helpless, right? So.
I don't know how quickly Avery can jump bodies.
No, I'm just
This
saying.
would be a great body for him to.
And I'm also assuming he's a. Well, no, if he's helpless, that means I can hit him as a routine check.
I don't believe compelled is helpless.
No, but you can tell him to be helpless.
Okay.
Yeah, he's compelled to do your next command. If your command is Omega's going to hit you, let her, then, well.
Okay. In that case, I will hit him with a cold, strong nuclear blast to knock him out.
Wasn't Constance needing to get information from him first?
I can do that while he's unconscious, no?
She is a telepath. Where is that?
And if he's unconscious, he doesn't get resistance or something?
She's gonna mind rape him while he's sleeping.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure.
So because I can do that as a routine check, he's going to get hit with a rank 14 damage effect.
Okie dokie.
I don't think I can apply multi-attack to it.
You can.
Can I do that? Apply multi-attack?
Not as a
I don't
routine.
think. Yeah.
Oh, no,
I
sorry,
think
I forgot. You have to roll. Because routine just...
I'm pretty sure I'm going to take the guess that he's a minion, and hitting him with 1 damage will knock him out. So.
You are correct.
Yeah, he just takes a cold blast to the head.
Would you call it a head cold? I'm a terrible person. I'll go lay down.
And now I'm no longer invisible.
That is the attack check to hit with a mind reading.
Well, you've hit.
And then it's rank 11 with multi-attack.
Guess what? You succeed.
Yay! So what do I learn?
A lot. Is there any specific thing you want to look at first?
What the computer's about?
It basically has information on all of the consoles in the building.
Okay. Did he already log in? Because if he didn't,
He
the
did.
login information. Okay. But any codes relating to this computer would also be important.
You have basically all of them.
Okay, good.
You stole all of his knowledge.
Does he know anything about the machine over there?
He knows that it's supposed to act as a defense against things that shouldn't exist, so he hasn't paid much attention to it because he thinks it's a load of malarkey.
Okay. Well, I will ease him out of the chair, prop him up against the wall, and then go on the computer.
Miss Murphy, You would have seen Constance go into that room where you were detecting the gravitational anomaly. Are you going to go look?
That involves flying down where they can see me. That's the problem there.
At least for a moment, yes.
I'm gonna trust that they can handle it. It's both of them.
Okay. What do you want to do then? And yes, Avery, you will be in ghosty form. Well, in just a moment, basically.
This way she can whisper, hopefully.
You see the secretary in a meditative position.
Moving on. Everything okay in there?
Yep, we knocked out the guy, and I'm logging onto the computer now.
When you get a chance, maybe open the door.
Oh, I can probably take a minute.
Yeah, there's something weird in there. I want to come look.
The door has been opened.
Is the machine stopping me from seeing through this wall?
Yes.
Okay.
Stealth roll to try to kind of zip in without being seen.
Luckily, there is enough headroom to just go right over Constance.
Whoops, I
And
beat her in
close
the
the door
head.
again.
And looking around for that weird feeling.
It's over here.
Just when she came in, I'm gonna rush out.
Okay, sure.
We're all playing musical chairs here.
Like in the floor?
That's what you're detecting.
Will
Will you land?
Sure.
You land on something that goes clink. That shouldn't go clink because it's just floor.
Is the floor racist?
That would be a different word.
You're thinking Colonel Clink. I know he was a Nazi, but he wasn't really that bad a dude.
There is something there that nobody in this room is able to see.
Poke.
You poked it. It's some
I
kind
do
of
have...
different metal.
Wait,
Mhm.
It's not concealed, is it?
It's concealed in a way that you can't see.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna pull Kaylee's trick and float up to the ceiling again.
Okie dokie.
And then I'm going to try something. I've already worked out the math for this. I'm going to power stunt a 55-point nullify. That is Area 2 affects all technology and is simultaneous, so it affects everything all at once.
Is this gonna screw the computer we're trying to get into?
No, I'm leaving your computer out of the area.
Okay.
Is this going to screw the transmissions hub you were trying to get into?
Possibly. Yeah, Area 2 is actually too big. I'm going to bring it down to Area 1 selective.
You're going for some kind of EMP,
I
or
didn't mean that. Yep,
Right, so how large is this area?
it's 30 feet. I'm just trying to center it now. Bam!
Okay, so you're really not hitting anything but that piece of machinery.
And whatever technology the two guards have on them.
Fair.
So that is at rank 11.
Okay, how does Nullify work right now?
Nullify counters effects of a particular. Make a range of check, which is area instead.
Mm-hmm.
They make an opposed check of your nullify rank and the targeted effects rank, or the target's will defense, whichever is higher.
You do have to pick the descriptors. I think you said technology.
Yep, it affects all technology. I took the broad extra to make it affect all technology, regardless of other descriptors.
Okay, rolling.
And I hope they don't see me while I'm on the ceiling doing this.
Oh yes, you do have to turn visible to do that, don't you?
Yep.
How long between that and when you can turn invisible again?
The next round.
Okay.
I can turn invisible as a move action.
Well,
Move or standard, let me check.
both the assault agents suddenly cringe and you can hear feedback coming from their helmets from this distance. And they're just sort of each bashing at their own helmets to try and get it to stop until it eventually does.
Awesome.
Do it again.
Give me just a second here.
Since fatigue just makes you move slower, I'm just going to take it since I can move so fast anyway.
Because it's already the lightest one I have.
Yeah, I just double-checked. I become invisible as a move. So I can technically, in the same round, if I haven't moved, fire that off and then become invisible.
Right, so the machine you are targeting sparks a bit, and its high-pitched whining goes up dramatically. And the light on it dims, but does not go out.
Can I see through the walls any better?
You can right now, and then in about 10 seconds you can't again.
Oh, well, I messed those guys up. I'm happy.
Go ahead and remove that template, please. And, well, there's lots of sounds of panic now.
I'll make sure I turn off my power now.
I say into the communications, I think I've caused a distraction.
I would say so.
And now I'm going to fly back through this room now that I'm invisible.
Do we even need a distraction?
You see one scientist come out of the door down there, looking around wildly, and then seeing, well, this guy panicking and mashing at controls.
So, do I see any commands or anything on this computer that would help, like, turn off the alarms or anything?
Yes! Actually, a big pop-up came as soon as, well, the alarm started just now. Actually, it hadn't started yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's turn that off.
Yes, Avery, you are now Ghost. Well, you've always been Ghost, but you are Ghost more.
Just in time to hear blaring alarms. Clearly.
That then immediately shut off.
That's encouraging.
Yeah, thanks to being hindered, I can only move at 900 feet per round instead of 4 miles.
We'll come to Avery in just a moment. We're going to slip out of here for a second. Mr. Smith!
I am Smith.
You hear someone yelling at you from behind. How did you even get up here? Who are you?
I glance over and
It's a
see where
security
the hell
guard.
this person came from.
It is a
How did
security
he get
guard.
here?
There's a door leading up onto the roof. It has a helipad.
What are you doing up here? I exclaim.
My job!
Well, I'm doing mine. Now, shoo.
And what would that be?
What does it look like?
You look like you're sitting on the edge of the helipad.
Indeed.
Look, you're
I'm
trespassing.
waiting.
Get out of here.
I am not. I'm waiting for an arrival. I
There
couldn't
are
wait
no
down
more
in the waiting
arrivals
room, and they
today.
wouldn't let me wait outside, so now I'm waiting here.
There are no arrivals today. Everyone's leaving.
Leaving.
The workday's over.
You mean I waited all day for this meeting and no one bothered to show?
Who even are you?
Myself. Who are you?
Okay, you need to leave right now, or I'm calling the police.
Fine. Stand up, dust self off. Lead the way.
And he will lead the way, sort of. He'll head back to the door and wait there.
Punch him in the face, knock him out. I ain't
Okay,
giving any
roll.
For what? Not killing him? Actually,
Can't you hit him?
well, I'm debating whether or not I should punch him here or further inside. It's unlikely they have cameras at the doorway. They'll have cameras pointing at the helipad probably, but at the doorway, I don't think so.
No, there are cameras at the helipad, but no, that's not really looking at the doorway.
Yeah, I didn't think they were. Good. Punch.
Just make a
right,
roll. Like, I have no doubt that you can wound the guy, but make sure you don't roll a 1 and miss somehow.
Punch.
Okay, congratulations. You punched a security guard in the face, and he's out cold.
I arrange him politely and resume watching.
Mr. Smith's solution to problems, everyone.
It was this or throw him off the edge. I believe I've chosen the right good guy approach this time. I've gained a
Avery!
point of Paragon.
Avery,
Yes.
you're in a... Well, it's a large metal base.
I casually drift through, looking around, trying to take in the scene.
That machine to your left is sputtering and sparking a bit, but it doesn't be getting louder as you approach it.
I can see Avery, so I try to wave him over.
Hmm. One moment. Avery cheerily waves back and continues.
I facepalm.
I'm going to take a recover action to get rid of that fatigue I just gave myself.
Sure. Isn't that your only one this session, basically?
You get one per conflict, so
Yeah. Alright. Go ahead.
I'm probably not going to use it for anything else, so might as well do that.
Avery, you can see into that room to your right that it is full of weapons. And
Yes,
this machine is still getting louder as you approach it.
Oh. Odd.
The guard nearest you is currently just sort of looking around anxiously, occasionally wincing.
Well, I circle around the other side of him to avoid this machine that grows louder.
Okay. You attempt to pass through the wall, and it does not work.
If anyone could see my face, they would see a look of distress and worry.
Will you try again?
Put a hand against it and push.
For a few moments, it's solid, and then you go through it again.
Just slowly or goofy style stumbling through?
Stumbling through.
Wait, did I see him? Yeah, I would have seen you do that. You can go
Yeah.
through that still?
I attempt to do so with the next wall.
It's solid for a few seconds, and then you go through.
I give that machine a wide berth and see what's through the next room.
Once again, solid for a little bit, then a spark from that machine, and you're through. And I will clear out the fog.
I'm going to attempt to do that to go into this room now, after seeing him do it.
Into which room?
I'm going to move in through this wall.
Weapons
Yeah.
and teleporter.
Yes, so you touch it, it is solid, and then you're able to get through it. And then it's solid again a few seconds later.
Okay, I'm gonna have to be careful with that.
Avery is now in a room filled with 2 massive generators linked to some kind of device.
Ooh.
There's only one man left in the room because his comrade has run out into the other one.
Hey, look! An isolated person who probably is not going to immediately go, Ghost!
Let's put it this way. You're not going to have a hard time taking him over. We'll return to you in a minute.
Yep.
Miss Murphy! Actually, let's go to Constance first.
Oh.
Profit.
Constance!
I'm
You're at a computer.
Yeah, I'm mostly just anything that looks like worth reading. I'll try to read through it and just get information.
Well, there's a backlog of about 5,000 emails. Where would you like to
Obviously can't
start?
go through all that. If there's any subject lines that jump out, those, otherwise most recent.
There's a subject line about new hardware.
Okay, we'll go with that one.
They include a picture of the devices you've seen out in the main room,
Mm-hmm.
saying that they will harden the walls against abnormal threats.
Okay. It doesn't come with an instruction manual, does it?
Nope.
Okay, moving on.
Slap your head on the keyboard.
Wow, playing a paladin really is easy.
See?
Besides that, just going through the most recent ones, there's been some men moved out of this facility.
Is there names or anything?
There are.
Okay, just making note of that because I have an eidetic memory.
Yep. The names right now mean nothing to you. They're just
Sure.
names.
Yeah, but I can cross-reference them later.
Are you just going to keep reading emails for a bit, or are you going to check other things?
Check other things. I seem to have gotten the more important ones.
What are you going to check, then?
Any important shortcuts on the desktop or things like that?
Well, there's a shortcut that says status,
That seems important.
and it brings up a massive screen of what appears to be readouts from every single piece of machinery in the building.
Okay.
Let's give you a moment to parse that.
Hmm.
Miss Murphy! You have found some kind of concealed thing on the floor.
So, can she touch it, or is it under the floor?
She can touch it. It is something raised above the floor. Are you going to run your hands over it to try and get a feel for the shape?
This seems like a dirty joke in the making.
Everything is a dirty joke in the making.
Then yes.
Hit it with a rake.
And then
Well,
hit it with a rake.
it appears to be some kind of grating in the floor. There are hinges for it to open upwards, and there is I think it's a lock.
What, like a padlock?
Yes.
Searching desk.
Search the desk for the invisible key.
Rolling perception. There is a gravitational anomaly in the desk as well. A much smaller one.
Gravity key.
Yes, gravity key. It does not appear to be in any of the drawers you can open, though. Constance, Miss Murphy is opening drawers.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for something. Then she just ignores her and keeps looking.
As best you can tell, it seems to be above one drawer, but beneath another.
So she takes out the drawer and then looks around.
What does that roll, Constance?
Perception.
You don't see anything in particular. Not anything you haven't already, logged about this room.
Okay, I'll let her worry about it then.
Pulling out that drawer, are you going to reach into the space left behind?
Mm-hmm.
You do close your fingers around something that you can't actually see.
Yank.
Feels like a key.
I will hold up my invisible key.
Constance, Miss Murphy is currently holding her hand up, slightly open.
Did you find something?
I'll poke her with the invisible key.
Constance has been poked with an invisible key.
You have some sort of invisible key. Is what I'm guessing.
You guessed. Okay. You're weird. Fumble around with the invisible lock.
Hello, Pot. This is Kettle.
You managed to unlock the padlock. And then that appears.
You would have found it faster if you had just touched the Wii U's gamepad screen. Super Mario 3D World references. Woo.
Why?
So she'll open it up and hop inside.
You were in an event.
I will get the solid snake music.
Yes, well done. Omega. What are you doing?
Yeah, I see a whole bunch of weapons, and
A thing.
I'm gonna look at the thing. What's this thing?
Looks
Did
like a
you guys ever
teleporter.
get a teleporter, huh?
There's also a garage door down below you, but yeah.
So I'm standing in a room full of weapons and a teleporter.
Yes.
Can I tell where this teleporter goes?
No. There's an on switch, and that's about it.
I'm gonna put this weapon on the teleporter and hit the on switch.
You're putting the big gun on there?
Yep. I just want to see what happens.
God damn it.
Sorry.
Hold on a second.
I made you drop it, I'm sorry.
There we go. There is going to be a flare of light. And then when it vanishes, the gun vanishes. Are you going to turn invisible again?
Yeah.
Well, a few seconds later, that flare of light comes back.
Uh-oh, someone's mad at me.
And an assault agent steps off the platform, carrying the gun.
Okay. You made a person out of gun. How do?
He looks around for a moment, is visibly confused, puts the gun back, and steps back to the teleporter.
I'm gonna do it again when my turn comes back.
Okay. Moving on, Avery. You are now a scientist. I will point out, actually, Constance, you can see what just happened in that room across from you.
Okay. Did any notification come up on the computer?
Just that the teleporter had been used.
Okay. Just making sure that I know it's a teleporter.
Biss, you did see the man... You did see a gun get teleported, and a guy come back out with it.
Well, just making sure it's not some kind of, like, other thing. Because maybe it's a make invisible or thingy.
The garbage disposal.
Yeah, it's garbage disposal.
Yep.
Avery.
We deal with all of our waste by sending it to who knows where.
Into the center of a volcano.
Let them deal with it. You see, we started teleporting our garbage to the core of the Earth. At least that was the plan before we found out that the teleporter's actually two-way. Long story short, Princeton isn't there anymore. Okay. I am a scientist.
Yes.
Who is apparently... Does this generator really looks like it needs constant tending to? What is this thing?
No, it does not. It doesn't even actually have anything for the person to do. He's just trying to look busy, as your most recent memories will tell you.
Ah. Gotcha. Holding a checklist covered in check marks and nothing else.
Yes.
Gotcha. I will turn and inspect this clean white machine sitting in the middle of the room.
Well, your most recent memories will tell you that the generators are producing power, and this machine is refining it in a specific way that is outside of your purview, and taking it to the communications hub in the other room.
Does it have any sort of control surfaces on it?
It does. The
I
man you
don't-
are possessing has no idea what to do with any of them.
Okay, I can't move my token. Or my
That's
subordinate
odd.
token. My actual token still seems to be underneath.
Try now.
There we go. In that case, I shall continue holding my checkboard, looking officious, and try and come out the door.
Your comrades to the left are still panicking over the device that is sparking and sputtering. Notably, it has not increased in volume as you approached it.
Gentlemen, any idea what the fuss is about?
Some kind of mechanical fault. And clearly something's been pushing against it.
I look down at my clipboard and make sure to make an X on it. All right, you keep it up. I'll see if there's anything going wrong in the in the rest of the facility.
They just sort of wave you off.
I presume there's something door-like here. Actually,
That is a very large garage door-like thing, but there is a button off near the side near you.
wunderbar. Buttons are wonderful things.
Button!
Hit it.
Muffin.
One moment. Yes, muffin.
Alarms. Wait, shit, wrong button.
If it's a muffin button, we've gone off the rails.
Muffin button.
Muffin button.
Let's get a muffin button installed in the lair.
The door opens to reveal this.
Oh, great! Another 12,000 foot tall computer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do any of them, take longer than a glance notice of me as I come in?
No, they look over at the door opening, see you, shrug, and go back to what they're doing.
Giant, like panel door, is it right?
Yes, it is retracted up into the ceiling.
About how high is that?
15 feet?
Okay, not that, not huge then. All right, in that case, I'll just leave it there and busy myself with walking the perimeter of this thing, looking officious with my checklist.
Yes, this is a very large satellite dish with a glowing red beacon in the center of it, sitting atop a platform of machinery. The monitor you are familiar with because, well, there's probably a reason Roberts has an identical one. Well, that's the same machine as in the room outside over here. And this is clearly the other half of this.
One moment. I need to make a technology roll for Avery.
Go right ahead. Which of the many things are you intending to look at? Or are you looking at all of them?
Well, in this case, actually, I was specifically pondering the question. I am a simpleton from another era, and even I know satellite dishes usually need a clear view of the sky. There is something freaky going on here, and that's definitely probably Prejudicium type tech. Also, that TV is it is not doing them any good to be watching SD feeds on it.
Yes, this is most definitely not a normal satellite dish. Especially because you think you can feel your skin tingling as you step in front of it.
His skin or his ghosty nut skin?
Both.
Oh, great.
It's, the person you're possessing does not have any memories of how it exactly works, because only one person is allowed to know how it exactly works. That would be the head of the facility, who is not here today.
That's a shame.
Okay. I shall continue to look around this, while hopefully making sure that door stays open so my friends know that there's more interesting things in here.
Yes, for the record, Miss Murphy, Constance, and Omega, you would have all heard the noise of that door opening. Yes. But for just a moment, Mr. Smith. The lights on the helipad lit up for a second and then went off again.
That makes no damn sense. I stand on it and look around for, I don't know, copters.
You see nothing. You do have a communicator.
Tap in. Did one of you try and use a teleporter or I don't know, a helicopter? The helipad up here turned on briefly.
That might have been me. Was there a guy in armor up there?
Not that I saw. If I'd seen that, I would have.
Did you see a giant minigun slam down on that helipad?
No.
Wasn't me then.
Though it could be connected to the network. That might mean that one, whatever teleporter you found, might go to somewhere that also leads here.
Tyrant, roll me an int.
Sure. I don't think I had anything. Let me double check.
Teleporters are made of lollipops.
Yeah, no.
Congratulations, you are able to correctly remember when it happened, which means the others are fairly easily able to tell that it syncs up with when the alarm went off.
So when the alarm goes off, the helipad turns on? What use would that be? Unless the telepad's also a teleporter, I don't see the...
Would anyone like to respond to Mr. Smith?
Nope.
Does the computer have answers?
The helipad does light up when the alarms go off. That's part of the emergency protocol, yes.
Is there anything else that the computer mentions about the helipad?
There is some stuff behind a high security clearance.
Did that guy have the codes, and did I get the codes?
He has a code that might work. He doesn't actually know if he has the correct security clearance for it.
Might as well try.
Yeah, might as well try. Probably set up another alarm.
You get an error message and a box for inputting another code saying to confirm your identity.
Well, if I don't know the information, I can just grab that guy and pull out some stuff, probably?
You have the code you need.
Okay, then, yeah.
And then a message pops up saying this intrusion has been noted on your personal record.
Yep, that's what I figured.
Miss Murphy! Hey, fix your thing.
No!
Kaylee.
Freaky ghost Kaylee.
I was wondering
Kaylee.
which one knows the Swarm Lord and Mr. Murphy, so to speak.
Honestly, I'm kind
Busted.
of used to it from Odin. Both of you fix your...
Bustin'.
You're not the Swarm Lord, nor Mr. Murphy. Stop that.
I can't change mine because I don't actually have copies of these pictures anymore.
Should get some.
Yeah, I can't. I had to reboot. I had to clear my computer after I made that.
Tyrant's going to chime in online. Have we made any progress on just downloading whatever it is they know and then smashing their shit? Because that's what we're here for, to my understanding.
Not
Working on
necessarily.
Anyway, it's Kaylee's turn.
Yes, Miss Murphy, you were in event.
I order a venti coffee.
Har har. Are you going to follow the vent? It only has one direction to go in.
Yeah.
And you've got that one thing.
Hmm?
One Direction reference.
You end up going about this far underneath the metal flooring until you reach a turn. You can either continue this direction or go this direction. If you want sure, pick one. You can keep going for quite a while in that direction.
She will keep going for quite a while in that direction.
You reach here, get a turn, another turn, and there's another gravitational anomaly ahead of you.
Of course
Or
there
above
is.
you, rather.
What's it look like from this end?
Nothing. It's pitch black.
So it looks like Vin Diesel. She makes out with Vin Diesel.
No.
No, he's not her type. But, is there a lock at this end?
Oh, but there's likely a lock on the upper part of it that you can't reach.
Oh, perfect. That's useful.
To be fair, when you got a good look at it in the other room, it does seem like an ordinary padlock that you can just break.
Loudly.
Sure.
To a room I don't know.
Sure.
Thanks to this machine.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Can I take my turn now?
Well, you will in a moment.
Fine, I'll break it.
Okay.
I wanted to take my turn before she broke it.
I'm breaking everything.
Why would you like to take your turn before she breaks it?
Because I sense that at some point my comrades are going to do something stupid. And this teleporter's too good a tactical advantage to keep intact, so I wanted to transform it into an elaborate Lego copy of itself.
Feel free to attempt to do that.
Well, unattended objects don't get resistance against transform, so...
It is not that is going to cause the issue for you.
Should I roll something?
Yeah, roll a d20 plus your rank in that ability.
Okay. Oh, I also need to... Well, it depends if my ability goes off or not.
You have indeed managed to turn it into a Lego copy of itself.
Well, there is my botch chance. Let me roll that first.
Okay, sure.
Sorry, I roll expertise physics against that. Oh, I botched!
You botched.
God.
What happens when you botch?
When I botch the transmutation roll, it's completely uncontrolled, and something that the GM decides happens instead.
So, does it still only affect the one object?
What happens is up to you. I just wanted it. I wanted it as a complication that something really bad happens when I botch transforms.
The world become Lego. You are now in the Lego dimension.
Oh boy. Well, I'll tell you one thing that starts immediately while I'm deciding what's going to happen with this. That high-pitched whining from both different devices suddenly kicks up incredibly loud and the alarm starts going off again.
Can I push a button?
You can, but then it will spend a crucial second longer asking you if you're sure, because this has been the second alarm in a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the alarm is now off again, but in with Omega... How can I fuck with you the most?
Telling you, Lego dimension.
I think that goes beyond the scope of the power.
Yeah, something has to happen with the transform power itself. So,
You become Lego. There, I'm happy.
and I am dead. Time to write a new character.
You become sentient Lego.
Unfortunately, transform doesn't work on organic beings, so that's not an option.
Oh, I know. The teleporter comes alive like a transformer in that shitty movie and like starts murdering everything.
Transform also can't do that.
Son of a bitch. Turns into Gouda cheese at this point. I'm out of ideas.
The absolute worst thing would be turning it into antimatter.
That would
Yeah,
basically
I suppose.
destroy Chicago at this point.
Just so we know what the absolute worst possible thing that can happen with this power is. I have contemplated using that as an attack before, too. So.
Well, the entire teleporter doesn't actually change its structure. It still looks the same. But it turns black, and it appears to be made of a substance you are unfamiliar with. And then the stands holding up the guns all around the room crunch and disintegrate as the guns crush them. The guns themselves warp as they hit the ground and sort of crumple in on themselves. And Omega, because you are not currently flying when you do that, right?
I'm always hovering a bit. But...
Okay, my question is, are you still affected by gravity when you have to stop to use a power like that?
No, no, I can still fly and I can do two things at once.
Okay, congratulations. You aren't affected too badly, but all the walls buckle a little bit.
Did you make like a neutron star or something?
Yes, she made a super dense thing. And yes, Miss Murphy.
You know what? That wasn't the effect I was looking for, but it should still work. So,
Miss Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Headache at 9 o'clock.
There's now a super dense thing over there. Everything else is a bit... Well, have you ever seen those pictures of when you try to look at stars that are behind black holes and stuff, and they're all lensed around?
Damn it, Avery.
That's what everything feels like right now.
I was gonna make that joke, but he was talking.
Oh, hey.
I'm not wrapping my head around exactly what just happened.
You're not supposed to. Don't worry about it.
As far as we concluded, like directly looking at it, your powers went wrong, and gravity has started to get fucky. So that's about the limit of it.
You made a super dense thing.
I turned the transporter into a super dense version of itself. Okay.
Pretty much, yes.
Well, you know, like I said, not the effect I was looking for, but it should still fuck up anybody who tries to teleport in. So.
Miss Murphy.
Actually, if it is Eternium, we need to move that, because that could literally fund the Predicium forever.
Miss Murphy. Kaylee.
You can continue. You don't need to have me say hi every time.
I want to make sure you're there. Would you like to, while the alarms are going off and there's high-pitched whining
Oh yeah,
here,
no, I'm blasting this open.
you're going to blast it open?
You're asking me to open a lock. Who are you talking to?
Well, I figured you could pull it in towards you as well, but alright.
Well, okay, either way, it's with high velocity, like this.
My main question is, are you going to shoot it up into the room or down into the vent with you?
Well, the thing is, if I pull it down towards me, I'm taking the floor with it.
So which are you doing?
I'm gonna do the one that doesn't crush me.
Okay.
I mean, she'll try to not make it obvious, but come on.
Uh-huh. Are you going to make an attack roll, or just take the auto hit on a...
She doesn't have an attack roll with any of her attacks.
Oh,
It's a
right, yeah,
resistance
they're all
thing.
area, aren't they?
They're just straight up. Can it dodge? No? Well, let's just. It happens.
Okay. So you are going to attempt to hold back.
Sure.
Roll me a d20. Well, it doesn't hit the ceiling. But it does pop out of the floor with a clatter and land over there. Avery. Something lands with a clatter, but you're not sure what. Looking around, you don't actually see anything that's moved, and the other scientist seems to be doing the same.
I make an X on my checklist.
Lol.
Constance.
Yeah, is there some kind of, like, big shutdown thing that I can hit?
There is, but it wouldn't shut down very much. The most you could do is, Actually, let me say something first. You're getting massive error readouts from the teleporter.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I see what you did there.
the teleporter, yes, yes, massive. The teleporter seems to both exist and not exist, according to this computer.
Okay, well, let's just close those out, because that's not going to be helpful.
Yes, so all you can shut off from here is the lights and some of the transmit systems to outside. You don't actually have control over the internal mechanics from this computer.
Cutting out the transmission to the outside seems like a good idea.
Sure.
Don't know about the lights.
Most of you can't see in the dark.
I can see just fine.
I just said most.
Omega can see just fine.
I said... Okay, who can't see in the dark, actually?
Kaylee sort of can,
She can feel gravity in the dark.
which is currently lensed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Avery technically can't see in the dark, so...
Yeah, so we'll leave the lights on for now.
Yeah, the counters all. I have the counters all concealment vision, so that means I can see in pretty much any condition.
Same.
Fucking spooky eyes.
But yeah, I'm gonna drag this guy and put him in the vent.
That's a good question, though. Why do they have invisible vents that they're not even aware of exist?
That's a good question. You should probably look for an answer.
It's
Yeah.
so the players can attack them.
Do I notice anything about the vent now that I can see it? Or does it just look like a normal vent?
It just looks like a vent.
This guy was looking at these books earlier. Do any titles jump out at me?
Not really. There's some books on business protocol. There's some books on technology in general. There's some Ayn Rand novels.
Why?
There's no accounting for taste.
Evidently not. Why? Well, I think I'm done here. I'm gonna see if I can, delete, like, any user logs, on the computer.
You could attempt to. You'd have to enter in your personnel code again.
Sure, yeah, I do that. And there's a technology role if you need it.
You get a big beeping warning saying that you have too many faults in your record.
Well, it's not my record.
Just runs out in the middle of the room. I don't care if anyone sees me. Wee!
Miss Murphy! Nobody has come running over to you.
That's a bonus.
Are you going to try and...
this? Oh, sorry.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
I just wanted Tyron's going to chime in because the alarm has probably gone off, and he's asking why the alarm has gone off.
Yes, when the alarm went off for a moment again, the helipad flashed again.
And this would be about the right time where his voice would chime in and go, okay, what the hell are you doing?
We've got some complications down here. We're trying to work through it.
How long before the complications start involving troops?
I don't know, because it's not me.
Well, I did cut off one of their access points, so.
Where are even you? And try and locate yourself, so if I have to get in there, I can.
There weren't any location readouts or anything on the computer, were there?
At that point, Roberts will interject, because he's been listening. If you can find a safe place for Fouchette to bring you in...
You heard the man.
There was that room I was in before. Could you get in there?
If you give her access, yes.
Okay, we'll try it.
Right, so then now, go ahead, Kaylee. Sorry, I just needed to get that done. I'd forgotten to say something when everyone was doing the instant actions, because that would be something that happens more or less instantly.
Wait, doesn't anybody who's walking in this hallway have to walk on this wall now?
I'm sorry?
Possibly.
Doesn't anybody who's walking in this hallway have to walk on this wall now because the gravity pulls up?
I don't think it outweighs the gravity of the Earth.
Uh-huh.
It might.
It does not.
It does not, no.
You've never been on the Gravitron.
That's not a... Anyway, gravity scales inversely with a square of distance, so it falls off very rapidly. In any case, so do I have to do anything special for Fouchette to access this location?
As long as you tell her to try and come to you.
Okay, there you go.
And over in the corner near the bookshelf, she waves.
I'll wave back.
Say that again, Odin.
I'll wave back. We could use your help in getting Mr. Smith over here.
She nods and poofs. Mr. Smith.
Me.
A familiar dark-haired girl-like shape appears by the door.
Yo.
She points up.
I look up.
Do 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 do.
Suddenly stopped when you took the alarm for like the third time.
There you go.
Even if you haven't, like, the alarm has stopped at this point, 1 trigger is an accident. 2 triggers is like someone fucking up. 3 triggers, okay, something's going the fuck on.
I can't wait to see if anything bad happens when someone tries to teleport into this thing.
3 triggers means Omega's along for the job.
Lol.
4 triggers means Rickon showing up.
So I exist here now?
You exist here.
I am going to very strongly insist that he not do anything ostentatious until we know exactly what's going on, because we don't want to make things worse.
Alright. Would walking outside be ostentatious?
It would be if you don't have a disguise.
Do you happen to have a spare?
Here, put on this fake mustache.
I don't, no.
Constance, roll an int check.
Do I?
Roll.
You have an unconscious guy in a vent.
I'm not sure that's what you meant, but yes, I will then point him out to the unconscious guy in the vent.
Why is there a vent here?
I don't know.
Oh my lord, there is so much we don't know. Alright, fine, just fine. Put on this man's clothes.
That was even concealed before.
Does that mean Mr. Smith is getting naked in front of Constance?
So? Every
No,
time I transform
I'm
back,
gonna-
I'm naked. I'm kind of used to it.
I'm gonna hide behind the rake.
I really don't have the human association with, like, shame and crap. He just doesn't care.
Okay, while you do that, Avery. When did you leave? Well,
Just his second alarm? He made an X.
I left just as the question was being asked of who can't see in the dark.
right. Okay, so Mr. Smith has now arrived. Fourchette has brought him into the office that Constance was in.
Hold on a sec. Has Kaylee gone? I feel like it's been a while.
Actually, you're right. We did have to pause in the middle of Keely's.
You did ask me to do stuff, and then
Yes,
like
sorry,
everything.
my fault.
I
My bad.
rolled like it.
You did roll, and it was a good roll. Are you going to fly out of that vent?
Well, the stealth and the perception roll combined are to peek her head out and actually look at what's going on.
Yes. So, you can see this room, or at least most of it. You can't see over here fully, but you can see these 3 scientists. Well, you can see this guy's legs. The rest of him is covered by this strange device. They're not currently looking in your direction. They're panicking and pressing buttons.
Okay, flying up then.
Upwards you go. You have reached the ceiling, and now can see the room entirely. Avery, roll your perception. Or actually, never mind, I need to roll you a different perception. That'll work for how well you are perceiving, but the guy you are in wears glasses.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you still see it. Kaylee.
But
You actually see Miss Murphy fly up to the ceiling of this room from a corner somehow.
I put a check mark.
Vents are working as they're supposed to.
Now we'll go to Avery really quickly. What are you going to do?
Let's see here. Alarms briefly went off a second time. Chaos everywhere, but in slowly climbing amounts. Are there any control surfaces on this giant arrangement?
There are not.
Probably fully from the main computer then or something.
Presumably.
Okay. In my continuing of looking around, check, looking around, check. Is there anything on this one that wasn't on the other device that looked like it?
In place of the long antenna-like thing, where this man is standing, there is a console.
Are any of are any of us civilians wearing name tags or anything?
Nope.
Any sort of identifying mark on our ID badges or anything?
None whatsoever. And as best you can tell from looking at your memories, you don't actually know anyone else's name.
Well, that actually helps. Come up alongside this one. Nod to him in hello. Look over his shoulder at the pad.
Mark down another X.
Is there anything immediately familiar on it?
I mean, it's a readout of electricity being generated, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And he gives you a slight nod back and nods to the part of the console that shows all readouts are to be expected. Everything's working just fine. Except that one thing over there, but that's not his station.
I make a check mark. Nod to him. And pass on by. And start heading back towards the generator room.
Okie dokie. Omega! You made a neutron teleporter.
Well, anybody who tries to teleport in is going to have a bad surprise now, so.
This is true. What will you do now?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out where the thing we're supposed to pull information from is.
Yes, you have yet to see it.
I'm gonna try to move through this wall.
Okay. Same deal. Solid for a little bit, but then you can get through it as long as you move quickly. And then this door is open, so you can see the large transmitter.
Ooh. I'm gonna make a tech roll.
That's the
It would
only
be
thing in
nice
this
if I ever
building.
rolled over 10.
Yeah, well, even still, that's the only thing in this building you've seen that looks anything transmission related at all. Considering it's a satellite dish.
Power stunt teleported out of here? No.
You can also see that it is connected to the console. So more than likely the console is what you need to get to. As you approach...
Yeah, right, the whiny thing, I forgot.
Yes, it increases in strength dramatically.
See, Kaylee's over here. It's
I would have
whining.
heard it coming in.
Yes, you would have.
I'm gonna go to about here, and I should be able to read the screen fine from here with my extended vision. So, let's see what they're doing.
At the moment, not much. Nothing's being actively transmitted, so they're just mostly looking at a map of the city where just occasional blue bips pop up every now and then.
Okay, I'll move up to the ceiling and end my turn there.
You see Miss Murphy across from you.
I wave, then realize she can't see me and stop waving.
Mr. Smith and Constance. Mr. Smith is now dressed in the Prejudicium civilian uniform.
Hooray.
So I used that guy's access codes to mess around with his computer. It gave me a lot of errors and said that I have too many violations. This computer is no longer going to help us if we use that guy's code. I think it might be in our best interest to very quietly disable it.
Do you want me to slowly push my fist through it?
Just don't make too much noise. I'm gonna go outside and see what's going on.
And by disable, you do mean break, yes? You're not screwing with me.
Yes. Ideally, you want to make sure that it's not recoverable at all. So, not just the monitor, the actual computer you want to break.
Right, idea. I check to see if this thing is plugged in.
Yes,
I unplug it.
you have unplugged it.
I pick up the... I'm assuming it has a tower.
It's all actually one central device.
How big is it? Like,
This big thing that's on the desk?
yeah, no, but
Yes.
like, is that actual size?
So it's like an iMac.
Is it like a laptop? Is it like
It's
a
like the
tablet?
size of a large printer.
Okay, does it fold up?
No.
It does now.
I mean, that would make a lot of noise, so I've unplugged it. Oh. I'm going to pick it up. No, that'd just be an echo chamber. Worse than this one, actually. There's not really many ways I can do this. Oh, here's an easy one. You say it's just one solid, like, printer-esque thing, yeah? So I'm assuming, like a laptop, the bottom half is the half that holds most of the CPU housing and junk.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna snap that in half like a piece of cardboard, basically. Just swift as I can. Just a quick snap.
You have snapped it in half.
Neat. I give Constance the half. There you are. Do that with that will.
I'm gonna look inside, see if any of the parts are recognizable, and if they are recognizable, they shouldn't be, and I'll hand them back to him.
There's a few bits that aren't smashed completely.
Yeah, I'll hand him back and say, just make sure the insides are completely messed up.
Right then. I keep snapping them like one would snap apart graham cracker, just pap, fold into the closer pile, pap, so on.
Okay. Oh look, big shiny thing, right?
Yes, big shiny thing. One of the agents do look at you oddly as you go by, but they don't say anything.
I'll, wave.
While you're moving, Avery, I assume you're still heading to the generator room.
I am, yes.
You pass by Constance on your way. Constance, you have entered a room of constant noise and people panicking, pressing buttons.
Of Constance noise?
Yes. Miss Murphy!
So, can anyone close that giant, stupid door that lets them see in here?
There's a button near Constance.
That's her whispering on the mic, GM man.
Yes, which is why I'm saying there's a
Okay.
button near Constance.
Then yeah, I'll go over and hit the button. Yep, button.
And the door starts lowering down. The
Nothing
agent by
done.
the door gives you a glance, but just sort of continues walking around.
I'll give him a thumbs up.
The door is now closed.
Which direction is people looking at?
These two civilians are staring at the screen. This guy is looking at the console directly in front of him, and this man is looking over here. You can do that completely safely.
Him!
So yeah, this.
Slam to that wall.
So Constance, this whole metal floor in this room is one big slab, right?
We'll get to that in a moment. Miss Murphy's doing something. Yes, so you're slamming him against the wall.
Uh-huh.
Okie dokie. Now, how does that work again? It's been a while.
Well, if he can dodge while unaware to a power rank 11, he's good.
He cannot.
Then he's unconscious.
Bang! Because that is not going to be quiet. Just a moment.
And now everybody gets an exclamation point over their head.
Yes! Exclamation points! This guy
What was that noise?
runs down and goes, "What's going on over there?"
Did I leave this door open?
Slam, same wall.
Same wall. Okay. Yeah, no, he's not making his dodge check. Not against that. So, slam. Now both of these guys are looking at each other and over at where they heard the slamming, and they seem to be silently asking each other who's going to go look at it.
Hey, Constance?
I'll be activating my power in the meantime.
Okay, Constance activated power. Go ahead. What are you saying?
Hey, Constance? Jump.
Are you seriously going to electrify the floor while there's a bunch of electronics we really need to access?
Yeah, I would not recommend that.
Shouldn't affect them.
Look, running electricity through a computer means it breaks and won't work.
Oh,
So-
fine. I'll just line electricity through them.
I was just going to slam him into the ceiling, but you know.
Both of you roll d20. Kaylee's slamming him into the ceiling.
She's also going to levitate them back down so they don't.
So they don't die. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she gets to them first.
And I'll go
Also,
over and mind read them.
Does that thing still get louder as it?
As
Omega, not in
Omega,
that form.
as Omega approaches, it does get louder, yes. Yes, they are slammed into the ceiling and they're unconscious.
Hey, what was that noise?
And I believe Constance was going to mind read them to
Yeah,
try
I'm
and...
gonna go mind read them. Do you want me to roll or?
Not really. You don't need to worry about it here.
Hey,
Which one
find
of you
out,
fuckers has the code?
Do
find
either
out how
of
to
you
turn that
have-
crap off.
That's
Do
what
either
I
of you
do.
two actually have computer skills?
I do.
Everyone stop.
No, talk, rattle, rattle.
One at a time. What did Kaylee say?
She was just asking the thing that she was already doing, which was in character asking, "Hey, do you know how to turn this stupid thing off?"
Okay, Constance is mind reading people. What was Omega saying?
I was just asking if anybody actually has computer skills or if I need to power stuntless.
I have computer skills, yes.
I have a tech skill of 2.
Constance is kind of our Batman. Or at least, you know, Martian Manhunter.
Constance, you have scanned both of these men, and neither of them know anything about how that machine functions.
Okay, we can try the other two.
Go right ahead.
Can you walk around that side, or do I have to go the other way?
You'll have to, like, duck under it, but yes, you can.
Okay, yeah.
Nope, neither of them have any idea either. These things have been installed and made operational, but none of them know how to work them.
Not anything at all?
Nope. You know that you might be able to, like, forcefully turn them off from the central console, but it's not designed to do that.
Right. So, is there any console next to the glowing thing?
There is a console here, and I assume that is what Miss Murphy is rolling tech at.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot of blinking lights to you.
Or the mic. Omega, if you can hear me, can you just make it so that door can't open ever again?
I can try to fry the controls if you want.
Sure, because this might make some noise.
Sure, I'm
Wait,
going
wait,
to... I'm going to hit the mechanism that operates the door with an electric blast.
Before we get to that, Avery, you've had some time to move while this is all going on.
Impending doom? What's that? So, this thing that has no operable controls.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least, no, pardon. You said my ride doesn't know what the controls do.
There are 2 large buttons on the back, and that's it. And you have no idea what either of those buttons do.
What color are they?
Black.
The person he's riding is colorblind.
Damn. Do they have inscriptions or anything, or just fucking random ass
Nope,
buttons?
it's just 2 black buttons.
Why are we in a room of scientists who don't know at all what they are doing with any of the machines?
Yeah, this is why Batman labels everything.
This makes no damn sense. What are they here for? What if something breaks down? What do? Scream and poke at it? Well, well, that's what they've been doing, so I guess that is what they do.
I think this place is actually just vault tech.
I can tell you, the civilian Avery is possessing does know how to operate the generators in case anything goes screwy with them. He's a technical man, but this is machinery he is unfamiliar with at all.
Righto. Competent with generators, but energy transporters out of his realm. There's no sort of display or anything on here either?
No.
What sort of things were on the display that other guy was maintaining at the other end of this thing?
It was mostly just a slightly fancy display of 2 different bar graphs showing the power coming in from the generators.
Any sort of indication of consumption of the various things that are using energy here?
Well, the 2 biggest energy hogs are the machines on both sides of the facility. You know, these. That was fairly clear to see. Then second in the list was the transmitter itself.
Mm-hmm. I too have an eidetic memory. Was there anything else on the list?
Not particularly. Everything else was marginal, nearly equal energy consumption. There was, on the list, there were 2 different computers and something labeled as a teleporter.
The biggest energy hogs were these two freaky field generators. Biggest by how big a margin?
30%?
Okay. I know I saw movement between my comrades a minute ago. So I'm going to go look authoritative near one of these generators. And if I hear any more alarms go off, I'm going to shut down one of these generators.
Well, it takes a minute, but you don't hear an alarm. You do hear a series of thumps.
Ah, Mr. Smith has arrived.
Is that going to give you a cue to shut off the generator, or are you going to wait?
I'm going to wait.
Okay. Speaking of, then, Mr. Smith.
I now have several graham cracker-sized chunks of what was probably a computer.
Yes, you have very efficiently dismantled that computer. But now you could see something else from where you were standing. Which is a light coming on the pad thing in the other room.
Oh boy.
Oh boy!
Wow.
Something bad's gonna happen to him.
Yes, you managed to get to the door before you see a agent appear for a moment, and then there's a very audible snap, and he falls over.
And my accidental kill count is at 1.
He's not
Alright.
dead, but his legs are not supposed to bend that way.
Well, alright then. That solved itself. Congratulations. Just gotta quietly shut that door.
Well, the door is glass, so...
Oh, well, in that case,
Close the blinds.
oh, that's perfect. Grabbing that in. I'm just gonna kind of block the door. And then I'm gonna write A on a piece of paper, and if he doesn't have one in there somewhere, just out of order and put it, just put it there.
You hear another zapping noise, and then another crack.
Yeah, just gonna out of order, and then underneath out of order permanently, and then underline it, and then nod.
Oh, God. Okay.
The good news is I've destroyed their teleporter. The bad news is I've made a torture device for them.
Oh, God. Yeah, this isn't going to be turning out entirely in your favor, though. Really quick, the alarm's going off.
I was about to talk to the assault agent. He goes, "Excuse me."
They both jump in place as the alarm starts going off, and they turn to you, who is an unfamiliar face.
I know what's wrong. Come.
They blink, and then one of them follows you, while the other just kind of stays there.
I move this thing out of the way, making sure to grunt stuff a bunch. I'm pretending it takes me effort to move this thing.
We'll return to that in just a moment. I want to make sure everyone has their chance here. Miss Murphy, Constance, Omega, the alarm's going off.
I was about to electric blast the door so nobody could get in.
Go right ahead.
And zap. That is an area effect, and the door can't dodge it, so...
Yep, you have zapped the door.
Now I'm actually going to start attacking this thing with electric blasts.
Oh,
Which
hold
thing?
on. While you're doing that, I'm going to try to crunch it into a small ball.
Okay.
I actually would try to stop that.
No!
Okay, who can stop it? Well, we'll start there. Who has abilities that can stop that thing from working?
Well, you were zapping, and Miss Murphy is going to try and crumple it up into a ball. Will Constance have any way of knowing she's doing that before she does it?
Probably not. But
She did warn that she was going to make some noise.
yeah,
Oh, actually-
and I was trying to. I wanted to disable it normally.
Oh, actually, my electric blast can be two 60-foot lines in separate directions, so zap and zap.
I will give you a warning that if you hit this with an electric line, you will be overlapping with these two.
I'm flying above them.
True. You can risk it if you want.
It's a 5-foot line. It doesn't arc out.
Well, either way, roll me a d20 plus the rank of your electric blast.
Over a 10 any time tonight would be great.
It hits the machine here and fizzles and does nothing.
Ah, well, I got the door control. It's fine. Oh yeah, right, because it's neutralizing my power that I'm trying to use to get it. Right.
So, Miss Murphy.
That door won't be opening for a while.
Crunch.
Not
don't
listening
need
to Constance try to stop you?
No. She doesn't
Okay.
like Constance right now.
Go ahead and try to crunch.
It's the same thing. It's AoE.
Okay, AoE, strength...
It's rank 11, affects objects, etc.
Right, okay. Rolling... That's a 2.
Yes, now a toaster.
Let's see, it'd probably go down to about, like...
Yeah, it works for me.
You have made a little ball of machinery. The good news is the whining stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Do all my powers work again now?
In a general area, there's still one other up.
More importantly, though,
So I can see through this wall again.
Yes, you can see through this wall right now.
she's gonna call up Roberts. Hey, Robbie?
Please don't call me that.
Yeah, whatever. We need to download this crap. I think you're the best one to do it, so why don't you just get in here, get it, and then get the hell out?
Fine. Avery, the alarm's going off.
All one plug. I am shutting down one generator.
And now the thing we need the info from isn't working.
No, actually. That is still on. But you hear the whining stop from the other side of the building.
Perfect.
And now I'm going to go to the door and look much more panicked with my comrades. This place is all going to hell.
Roberts appears in the corner of the room. With Avery, the two others are panicking, going, "We know!"
So this fella that I'm moving this out of the way for and deliberately trying not to look super strong when I do it.
Yes.
I managed to get this thing in the way. There's something wrong with them. Check on them. I don't know what's going on.
He does see his comrades and immediately runs in to check.
Snap.
As he gets closer, he trips, and there is a snap.
Alright, he's handled. Now the other one.
And now he yells out in pain.
Yep.
You can see the light in there. And then it flashes again, and there's a crunch sound, but what appears is not, a guy.
It's a woman.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a frickin' mech.
Neat.
So there's a crunch sound. It doesn't seem to care.
Alright then.
Oh, great, we've escalated. Fantastic.
Also, this door starts spooling upwards.
Well, I would assume they were sending that in anyway, since they've been sending in a stream of agents.
Yeah, they were just gonna... Yeah.
So the good news is I got rid of the two.
Your
agents
weird
that were
trap
going to
really
accompany
benefited
me.
us, yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to disable the teleporter, but that's even better.
I mean, yeah, that works great. It's disabled
It's
in the
worked
best
great
of
for
ways.
now. Just wait.
Yeah. I'm going to assume it doesn't immediately recognize and start shooting me, because I'm
does
going to make my... these guns are still intact, looks like you can just look.
The smaller ones are a bit crumpled. They don't seem like they'll work, but the heavier
Is that
one...
big one fine?
The big one does seem to be in operating order, yes.
Yeah, I'm borrowing it.
As you get near there,
I'm fine, I'm good.
you are way heavier than everything else in here.
Good point. Well,
This is
am
not
I,
a good
though?
idea for you.
Am I, though? I'm not
Yes.
sure if my mass changes between transformations.
I think we established that your density shifts.
So is that going to be heavier, or...?
That means you're more dense in human form.
Oh, that's a bad idea,
You're
though.
always
I
the
thought that
same
was less
weight.
dense. No, in that case, yeah, it's stuck there unless I can force pull it, and I can't do that.
Yes, you are not a Jedi.
I am.
But am I? I try.
Okay, going to the three in the objective, Roberts is here, and he runs over to the console, stepping over unconscious men.
Well,
Oh, no, that was not right. I get on the comm and say, we have a giant robot incoming. Just, hurry up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah. I see a giant robot's just started to attack Smith, so I'm gonna go help him out.
Well, he hasn't
Robert.
really attacked, per se. He just arrived.
Roberts heaves a very visible sigh.
How about we just don't fight it and just get out of here?
That's my plan.
Well, I was just going to see if I can. I was just going to go see if I can bubble it.
Where is it?
That's right. It's right over there. It's in that teleporter that already maimed two dudes.
3.
That super heavy thing?
Yeah, I might have oopsied a bit.
She'll try to throw down something on top of it, but if it's not affected by that, it probably isn't affected by her.
I was just going to throw up a wall to protect us while we do this.
She doesn't need line of sight.
Roll me a d20. So yeah, you try to throw down a thing over there, and the gravitational lensing means you don't notice until the last minute that you've actually done it over here.
Great!
So you were just doing what, a heavy gravity field?
No. She was aiming a singularity at.
Okay, the generator is secure enough that we don't have to worry about that for the moment, luckily. But, rolling.
Pow.
Pow! Yeah, pow about covers it.
There's now a human-shaped dent in the wall, but he is alive.
In the garage door thing, yes, he has made a very visible shape. And actually, he's unconscious just from that.
I get on the line, like, were you intending to eliminate the last guard? Because if so, nice shot.
Yes, Avery, you just saw a man fly into a garage door.
That shot hasn't stopped the robot.
Yeah,
Are the civilians panicking yet?
Yes, they've been panicking this whole time.
I can't
I
see
add a
with that
check
thing.
mark.
You won't have to wait long. It's probably going to walk outside in a minute and start blasting whatever door is between you and it.
Yes, also for the record, Avery, you can see the robot because the garage door is opened.
That's a big X.
It's just a big... Yeah.
The robot goes stomp, stomp, stomp.
What are you guys doing inside there? Like, hurry up?
Roberts waves for Constance to come over. You have perfect memory, right?
Correct.
Stare at the screen, would you please?
Sure.
And Roberts is flying through a whole bunch of things.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly
Most of
technical
it-
read.
Most of it's donkey shows. Sorry.
I can also take in information faster than other people, so woo.
Yes, Constance is the living computer here.
Good thing we have her.
But Roberts does say it will take a minute or two to make sure we get everything.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna
Omega, can
try
you
to
see
contain
that?
the robot.
Yeah, that would... Yeah.
You're going to try and do what, sorry?
I'm gonna try to contain the robot.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm gonna use a force wall and make a bubble. I forget how big these can. I think it can go big enough to cover a city block, but I'm just gonna double check. I'm not gonna make it that big, obviously. Just a sec.
Yes,
Maybe-
we trapped it in this city block, as well as us.
Yeah. So, no, yeah, it's a rank 47 create wall. So. I can really curve it into any shape I want, so I'm just going to use the wall template. As long as I'm in contact with it.
Mhm.
Imagine it rounder, but I didn't want to use the round template, so
Sure.
it's more of an oval. It's hard
But-
to do this.
To contain something requires him to make a dodge check, yes?
Yeah, he gets a dodge against it.
Luckily for you, the robots are not the quickest thing, and that's a bad roll. So you have captured it. Is the wall visible?
No, it is its effect. Sorry, it's all of its effects are movable, impervious, effects insubstantial, subtle, and I must maintain contact with it.
Okie dokie. Miss Murphy,
I believe it maxes out at impervious toughness 20 at this level. So
something like that. Miss Murphy, what are you going to do?
I can't see what's going on, so that's
This
a
is
problem.
true. You can still sense that the robot is stomping around. It's just, you're not likely to be very reliable on location.
Are you trying to tease me into like just throwing out abilities at random?
Yes.
I'm not falling for this.
I think I have it contained. Just get the stuff downloaded.
I
She'll
will make go to
move-
my escape.
To like hover above this, I suppose, if in case that door opens.
I'm addressing the civilians. So, a giant robot has just appeared out of a teleporting machine. I don't get paid enough for this. I vote we leaving it coffee. Or at least
The-
get out of the blast zone, so to speak.
The two non-Avery civilians look at each other. Avery, are you going to say anything in this?
I wasn't here when he came in. For one thing, why did the guards just not shoot him on sight? Is he in?
I am
Mr.
in your
Smith
uniform.
has stolen the unconscious man's clothing.
Gotcha, the guy in the office there.
Yes.
Okay. I did not get why they were stripping him then. I thought they were looking through his pockets for stuff.
No,
I
he
am
was
his
taking his
pockets.
clothing. So he is not as clean shaven as the others are, but he is in your uniform.
I second motion to escape the facility.
The other two nod, and, well, at least one of them must have been on the track team as they run past you. Because, oh god, robots.
Yep. And me and Avery are just going to take the conventional escape route.
They run into the boiler room up there and find an unconscious secretary.
Well, that's odd. I got her. I left her.
And you will all be teleporting away shortly.
No, I won't.
Mr. Smith.
Yes, except Mr. Smith.
They'll all vanish with the unconscious person, and I'm heading back. So that'll be happening. I am going to head back, but we'll get to that.
Yes. So, Avery, you arrive on the other side without Mr. Smith in tow. And the secretary he was holding just sort of is on the ground now.
Well, you're out of here. That's my main concern. Like, you're obviously somewhere the fuck else.
Back under the other building, obviously. Oh no, security must have got him.
The other two just look at each other and then keep running
me
up
with
the
this
stairs. They leave
Help
you.
me with this woman, you cowards!
They leave
Chivalry
you with the
is dead.
secretary.
Really super dead.
Is this guy fit enough to carry her up the stairs?
Fit isn't the word I'd use, but he can manage it.
Okay.
Moving on. Back down in the facility.
Okay, I bet $20 these two get married somehow. Like, the girl's like, I don't know how I wound up there, but you saved me. He's like, I don't know how I saved you, but I did.
The mechanized agent. Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Hi, Beastie.
Grabbing wall.
You mean door?
Yes, wall door. It's a door, it's a wall, it's both. It could be both.
Doll. War? What is
My
it good
bubble
for?
should impede the door from moving, too, so...
Yes, so, how strong is Bubble right now? Because you said what its maximum can be, but is that what it always
Yeah,
is?
it's at the maximum, so I'm not really sure how that maxes out at this level.
Should be 22 impervious toughness,
Impervious toughness 22, then.
Correct. Which doesn't really exist yet. Impervious toughness has its own rules. It can't be. It doesn't double. It's half. It's just.
No,
It does, but
It doesn't take any damage unless they have penetrating on it.
Well, right now he's just punching through this section of door, which doesn't actually have a barrier over it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so it would impede the door that it's inside from moving, though.
Yes, but he is
Basically,
just
he can
punching
take
a
a chunk
hole.
But yeah, he can punch the hole here without having to worry about it. Yeah.
Yes, so his fist goes right through, and he tears a hole open pretty quickly for him to see through. Is Omega currently visible?
I have to be to maintain this.
So he sees you, and the lights on his helmet go from blue to red.
So-
This is a concentration distracting ability that I have to be touching. So.
Can I use basically what I was waiting for?
Yes!
Yeah, I'd like to slam this guy backward as hard as I can.
Go right ahead. Roll d20.
Okay.
Congratulations, you don't miss.
She
I
doesn't
can
miss on
miss.
a 1?
The lensing.
I can see him now.
I know you can.
God damn it.
It affected your roll. In any case, how strong is your pushback?
Still power rank 11.
This guy does have a thing about him being heavier.
Oh, I found it. Impervious. You're right. It does go to 22, but it only affects power 11 or lower. Basically, if it's not at least power 12, it won't affect the wall at all.
Yeah. Unless I was penetrating.
Yeah, penetrating will get through. It just depends on the rank of the penetrating. Pen 1 equals, 1.
Giggity, giggity.
In this case, because he is not prepared for such a push, he's getting pushed right back into the back of Omega's barrier.
How fast does he go?
Not very, he just sort of keeps stumbling backwards until he hits it.
Still a
So
damaging
he doesn't
effect,
reach velocity enough to hurt himself, gotcha.
It is still a damaging effect,
Well, okay, that's a different thing. I
but
was
I'm
wondering if
rolling
you
his
would...
toughness.
Yep, rank 11 and penetrating 11.
Nice.
In this case,
Destroy
he
my
rolled an
wall.
18, so he's not taking any damage.
Total of an 18?
18 was his d20 plus his toughness.
Oh. Right,
So yeah,
right.
he's not taking damage right now.
But you did push him back.
True.
Roberts calls out, keep it occupied for just a minute longer and we're good.
I think I can do that.
That's
Mr. Smith,
10 rounds.
I'm jogging back in.
what do you want to do, Mr. Smith?
Is that visible, or...
It is not.
Alright then.
Watch out for my barrier, Mr. Smith.
Confirmed, where is it?
Well, if I told you, the mech would know where it is.
Fair enough.
Just try not to run full speed and around the place so you don't hit it.
Fair enough. You seem to have it on lockdown. Call me if shit hits the fan.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, to be fair, you did see it hit the barrier. It was moving backwards and stopped
Yeah,
hitting
I have
something.
an idea there's a barrier-ish, but I can't be certain. Like air, for example.
Well, like I
Was
said,
that an
it's
end?
rounder. It's more of an oval shape. I just couldn't do it right.
I know, you can get my point. I don't see the exact outline, so he's not going to risk running into it, and he's just going to go here, save this civilian, and run him to the teleport room. And pull lever to teleport him, and come running back, and that'd be his whole turn. Can't do anything about those guys, though. That's going to have to solve itself. Besides, they're not civilians, they're fuckheads, so, you know.
Avery,
Yes?
you have managed to carry the secretary up to her desk.
Is there any sign of the other two guys?
They have run out into the street and are gone.
No. Wanted to be sure they were running to, the street, not, up the stairs to some other location.
Not that you saw.
Okay. Well, I shall suddenly remember the burn the salt the earth and burn the ground protocol these guys have. Maybe it would be best to take her all the way out of the building.
Maybe.
It has taken me a minute to get up these stairs. I'm gonna make sure to leave all the doors open behind me and carry her all the way out to the sidewalk on the opposite side of the street.
Okie dokie. That'll take you some time, but you can do it.
Yep. By the way, what time is it now?
It's time for lunch.
It's 5:55.
That I don't think he means that.
Yes.
It's... Well, actually, it would actually be fairly close to that time in universe, now that I think about it.
Weird.
We have reached maximum synchronicity.
Yeah, no, actually, it basically is that time, because it was closing time not that long ago, which would have been 5 o'clock.
Oh,
I
actually,
want to take me home.
actually, the universe is set in Chicago, so actually, it's 2 hours. 2 hours ago.
You're right, yeah.
Or
Yes.
hours ago, but this
In
is
any
for being
case.
5 o'clock.
It's close to 6.
Okay.
That's way longer ago for me.
Alright.
Carry on.
Alright. That's all you need to know.
I was sneezing a lot.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Omega, I assume you are holding your barrier.
Yep, that's my turn.
Constance is, of course, reading out information. Miss Murphy. Actually, wait, hold on.
Robot should go by now, then Murphy.
Yes, robot is
Oh,
going.
I get it. Murphy's long.
Stomp.
That's funny.
Stomp, 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 stomp.
Hey, Beastie.
And he's going to try and punch Omega and hit a barrier. He rolled 2 on his damage. Or, not his damage, but... Sorry, I had that backwards. Yes, it's actually a bad thing, because that means the wall rolled a 2 when I rolled for its damage resistance. Because I already rolled for him to hit.
Correct.
But even with that, the wall's fairly tough.
Assuming you've maximized toughness, it's 22, I think? Yeah, because, 22, same thing.
Yeah, so
Whatever it ranks out at, yeah.
Yeah,
so
22.
It's cracked, but it is not broken yet. But now this guy has sunk his metal feet into the floor.
Gross. Gonna chime in on comm. You guys have having a tea party? Let's go.
Miss Murphy.
Okay, well, it's something I've been wanting to try. I want to power stunt something, but mechanically it's a bit rough.
Ow, my face.
What's up?
This is the thing that I'm going to have to make custom rules for, isn't it?
Yes.
Go ahead and do it for now.
Hmm.
You'll, make yourself tired.
What are you
doing so.
Basically, in that area, gravity now pushes towards the other wall.
Instead of gravity going down, gravity now pushes to the left.
Well, that's not much of a distance for me. I just donk.
Yes, you now land on the glass door.
This assault agent is dead.
Well, his
No,
unconscious
actually, he's not. He's going to slide along the wall, but because he's on the wall, it's not going to do very much in terms of speed.
He's gonna wake up with a lot of bruises, though.
Yeah, poor bastard. Oh, hey, being crushed to death.
Bastards.
Look, I can't know that
fuck,
that's
I need to
there.
dodge.
Oh boy!
Excuse me, I'm running this way really fast right now. I think I'm gonna stay still. Bye.
No. You go back there.
Is this thing gonna start rolling down?
Yes, it is.
Oh
I'm gonna have fucking words with you.
Mr. Smith, give me a dodge check.
Oh, this isn't gonna end well.
In fairness, she can't see you there.
Still gonna have words.
That is gonna destroy everything in its path.
I'm trying to think if there's a power stunt I can do to save my ass that makes sense.
Dude.
Okay, yes, I am gonna power stunt.
Okay.
I'm going to power stunt. What's the one I'm looking for here? The one that does reflexes. It's this thing that lets you react a lot faster to stuff and like do things in super speed or something. I'm basically
this is
trying
only for
to
routine
react at
actions.
unnaturally fast speeds to fucking move.
Stop.
I'm not actually gonna move. I'm just showing you.
Everyone stop.
Yeah.
I believe Kaylee said quickness in there.
That's what you're trying to do, I think, and that's only routines.
Yeah,
Well,
you need to take super speed.
He has super speed.
I knew it was fucking super speed.
You could just use a hero point to react immediately.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's the closest thing to what I want to do anyway.
There you go. Run.
Whoop.
Or you can just suffer fatigue and do it for free.
Yeah, sorry, you suffer fatigue. You can use a hero point to get rid of it if you want.
Or you can just take the recover action.
So you move down here, and then slide down to be with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't actually hit the other wall, you're just hovering here at the edge of the field.
There.
And then you fall off, and gravity's normal.
Get on the radio. Gravity went stupid. I was nearly squished by an impossibly heavy thing. Kaylee?
Yeah, while you're saying that,
Yeah, that's that thing crushing.
Maybe
the
it bounced over them so it didn't murder them? I don't know.
Actually, it did. Because it quickly gained air from how much speed it had.
That means though if it gets up to speed, it's not going to stop.
Yes, so it crashed through this at about 3 feet off the ground. It crashed through this at about 5 feet off the ground. No, you actually did need to destroy the computer because it did not hit the desk.
Went over the desk. It's gained like velocity at this point. It's going to power through like it's not even there.
Yeah, it's rolling into the ground that this building's built into now.
And yeah, it's gone.
Smashes through whatever that is.
And you have no idea where it's gone. It's in the wall somewhere. It's into the earth.
Okay.
Well, looks like Kaylee made an escape tunnel for us.
The good news, well, no, it would have sucked in the earth, even assuming that it made a structurally sound hole. It would have sucked in the dirt behind it.
The dirt has filled in the hole.
We have now buried their teleporter. Good for us.
The best part is, like, its travel through the earth is going to be curved.
Yeah, it's
The
going to be very
moment it gets
awkward.
out of there, it's going back down at full momentum.
It'll hit the mantle and do some strange things to our gravity.
No, dirt's quite dense.
You're gonna make a new volcano. That's how this works.
Ah, well.
Well,
Yeah, you just hear
let's look
tiring
at
over the
Chicago.
fucking comms, Kaylee.
So how about that mecha that was probably the intended target?
Yes,
I think
the
he planted
mecha.
himself in the wall.
Mecha is planted in the floor right now, but rolling.
I'm mostly betting that he can't walk forward while doing that.
No, he can't, and he just lost his footing.
The wall goes.
Clunch.
Part of the floor is still attached to his feet.
Good
Now we're going to
question.
see if the landing of that breaks the barrier. That's a 3 on resistance.
Probably does.
So
Yes.
he's going to go through and land on this.
At this point, he's taking damage.
Yes, he is. That thing's weaker and just rolled a 7. So he's going to end up embedded in this machinery.
Whatever's left of him.
He's not down. He is, staggered.
Quick, someone turn that machine back on.
No, I'll just get him in another bubble on my turn. Don't worry about it.
And that's when Roberts calls out, "We've gotten everything we need to."
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Let's
good.
get out of here then.
I look up.
Which way is up for you now?
Still the same as it always was. I'm outside the stupid fucking. Yes.
I assume everyone's going to look up but Avery, because Avery is, not privy to what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Avery, look up.
Well, we have comms, so I'm assuming robots did that over the comm.
Avery does not have a comm.
Oh, right. Well, that's a problem.
Yeah, he changes bodies a little too often.
Oh, yeah, right.
Maybe
We need like
if
a ghost comm.
Yeah, we install a comm in his ghost body.
Wait, Omega, aren't you telepathic? Or no, Constance is.
At touch.
Yeah, I
Damn.
have to touch him.
Omega could go find him if she wanted to.
If he had a cell, I really need to take. I'm planning on taking communication so I can communicate with any electronics, but that's going to be next level.
So, we are moving somewhere else now?
Out of here. Poof. Look up.
Depends. Is Omega going with, or is Omega going to find Avery?
No, I'm looking up.
Okay, then everyone but Avery gets poofed.
Avery's a ghost. He'll figure it out. First thing I'm going to do is find Kaylee and have her stern words about what gravity should and should be not used around me.
Bye, Beastie.
This went way better than it normally does.
Stop it, Kaylee. But that's going to be it for now, because I need to go mow the lawn before I get yelled at.
We successfully completed a mission.
Yes, you did.
That almost never
I never went
happens.
dinosaur.
You didn't go dinosaur. You accomplished things. Nothing blew up entirely.
Some stuff smashed and broken, but yeah, no explosions.
Ian, make sure you grab the rake from the other room.
And yet we still managed to turn a teleport into a hyper-dense version of itself and burrow it into the goddamn mantle. So that's new.
Oops.
That's one reaction.
I was just trying to make it into Lego so it wouldn't work anymore.